What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, guardians of all ages, Joker back again, once again. So you might be asking yourself, what the Scooby-Doo scribbles is going on here, Joker? What the actual friggity fuck? One, you're on a hunter, and we all know that you main a Titan or a Warlock or whatever you're doing today. Two, you're max level, but only have 3 golden gun shots, and it doesn't look like you're using the bottom tree in the golden gun hunter. And 3, why isn't this a Warframe video? You've been cock-teasing us with a Warframe video for months now. Well, to answer the first question, I recently had to replay all of Destiny 2's campaign to get all the footage all over again because the spare hard drive where I had all the campaign footage stored got destroyed. Today is a bit of a filler. As we change things up on the channel a bit, and I work on things to come like figuring out a proper upload schedule, and to answer question 3, how to tackle the enormity that is Warframe, I wanted to go ahead and talk about the subclasses in Destiny 2, which for those of you who have been with the channel since the beginning know that that was my first and biggest video. You also know that I was right. So for those of you new to the channel, one of my first videos was a teardown of the utter stupidity of the new subclass system when it was first announced, because frankly, it was fucking insulting. Now, obviously I did get some things wrong, but that was just because we didn't have all of that information at the time. But on a whole, the video was fairly accurate in regards to the implementations of the new subclass systems in Destiny 2 and how frankly stupid and insulting they really are. And the worst part is, it's not that they're stupid, it's not that they're insulting, it's not that they're dumbed down, it's that they don't even work. This is of course partly because it relies on Bungie getting the subclass balance right out of the gate, instead of us, the community, figuring out what the meta is and isn't by having a pool of things that we can experiment with via trial and error and figuring out what's best for us. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that Destiny 1 had an insane amount of class variety. It didn't. Not even close, not even a little bit, not even once. People congregated around what worked. That's all a meta is. People congregating around what works most effectively. It's not about what's cool, it's not about what's fun, it's not about what's fair. It's about what works and what works most consistently. So the most glaring case for these classes being atrociously balanced in spec, I would argue, is the Golden Gun Hunter. While I'm sure I could make a damn strong case for why you should never play anything other than a Devourer Warlock, and how one-sided and broken that really does make the system, I think the Golden Gun Hunter perfectly encapsulates how horrifically and mind-blowingly stupid this system is to a T. If you look at my build, you'll notice that I've not selected the perk that gives you 6 golden gun shots. And if you're leveling up a hunter or thinking about leveling up a hunter, I recommend that you do the same. Do not select this final perk. There's no reason to do it. The standard 3-shot golden gun is way better than the 6-shot immediately gone one, because here's how supers often play out in Destiny 2. There's no bonus armor for going into super. There never was for golden gun. And with the sheer power of things like Uriel's Gift and the Prosecutor, and of course the best exotic in the game, Teamfire, it's really easy to melt somebody who goes into super. With the 6-shot golden gun, you pretty much gotta get in, duck into cover, and then duck out of cover, and hope you get a few shots off before the glowing beacon either gets you killed or runs out. With the sped up time, there's no real time to aim, to hunt, to go to the edge of your radar and kill things that are there, like with Dawnblade, or Hammer of Soul, or Fist of Havoc, or Void Bow. So you go into Golden Gun, and it's over before you know it. And yet, all the other roaming supers with multiple projectiles do not have the same limitation. Why the fuck would you ever build a class like that? No, really, who okayed that? No one in their right mind would willingly do that if they knew they had another option, or better yet, could select another option. This would be that super perk that's in the tree in Destiny 1 that nobody ever used. This is the exact reason why we need fleshed out skill trees. Sure, Destiny 1 didn't have variety, but the class trees worked by the law of averages. It was likely most everything was going to be garbage, but not everything. You could make something work, and the community did. Destiny 1's class issue wasn't a case of, well, people only ever congregated to one build. No, people only did that because everything else sucked. And now we see what happens when Bungie takes the wheel and decides how we should play our own classes. The result being that I'm literally better off not upgrading this class than I would be if I did. I mean, who thought that this would actually end well? Bungie spent 3 years trying to balance Destiny 1, only to come to the conclusion with Destiny 2 that the only way to actually balance player versus player was to dumb everything down, nerf everything into the ground, and take everything that made Destiny 1 fun and special and throw it out the fucking window with the bathwater. And the best part? The kicker? The creme de la creme? The wonderful conclusion to all of this insanity? The player versus player isn't even fucking balanced. There is still one setup to rule them all, one optimal way to play. Bungie tore apart Destiny and ripped out most of what made it interesting, and they still failed at making player versus player balanced. Congratulations, Bungie. You played yourself. But, like always, those are just my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments below, and like always, my fellow Guardians, stay frosty.